where my helmet went. So, couple things. I'm gonna make this video really short, really sweet. Wintertime is coming, and what most people are doing now is they're getting ready to bring their cars in and start their winter builds and whatnot. Well, for me, things are a little bit more different and a little bit more complicated than that. And I also kind of wanted to discuss with you guys what's going to happen from here on out in terms of what's going to happen to the Honda, what's going to happen to the channel, just in particular. I kind of touched over this a little while back, explaining the future of the channel and explaining how I felt about things. I'm not going to really repeat myself, but I'm going to go over the main points to kind of refresh you guys, because again, I feel like I'm failing y'all. That's just how I feel. And the reason why that is because when I dish out videos, when I look at my channel and it has 1,300 subscribers, which thank all of you, by the way, I'm not complaining whatsoever, but when there's 1,300 of you subscribed to watch me, I don't know if it's the YouTube algorithm, whether or not my videos are ending up in your sub box, or whatever the case may be. But for some reason, out of 1,300 people who have subscribed to watch the videos that I put out, my videos are only somehow getting out to about 100 of you. Okay, now that, to me, in my opinion, is somewhat offensive and also very surprising. To give you a big example, okay, so I released review videos that got tens and thousands of views, surprisingly, which is awesome. So most of you guys are coming from that, and I do understand you guys want to see more of that stuff, but my channel is not built on that, once again. Number two, a lot of the times my subscribers seem to only really watch what's interesting to them, which again, I understand, but I also have to beg the question is, if you're only here to watch certain videos, why are you on my channel anyways? Why are you subscribed anyways? But regardless, like I said, I'm not really here to complain. For those of you who got this video in your sub box, what is up, fam? Like, what is going on? I'm trying to understand what most of you guys want me to put out. What are the major complaints? What are the questions you may have, etc., etc. I just wanted to see what was wrong. Maybe I am doing something wrong, and again, I appreciate you guys' feedback. So if you have any concerns, I would love for you to drop it down in the comments. That way I can sort of rectify that on my channel. Because again, this isn't just my channel, this is our channel. So but again, if you're here for the wrong reasons, okay, then I highly suggest that you move on somewhere else, okay? And what I mean by that is, if you're here expecting a drift build, it's not happening, okay? And again, if you guys want a separate video as to why that's not happening, I am more than happy to do that. Number two, boosting the Honda is not happening, okay? For two reasons. Number one, the car is still under warranty, and number two, because I simply just don't want to. That is a street car. I want to keep it reliable and I want to keep it fun. Next thing, so if you're only here for reviews, again, my channel is not built on that. I'm going to be doing a few reviews to kind of keep you guys busy over the winter time, but for the most part, don't expect reviews every single week, because that's just not possible. And for several reasons, one being that there's not a lot of people to review. Number two, a lot of the people that do have cool cars to review, they usually end up either flaking on me, or they never really get back into touch with me that said that they were interested. So for whatever the reasons are, it's just difficult. So I'm now reaching out to my closest friends who have cool cars to see if I can do a review. Now, and I guess you can call me sort of picky on this too, because the reviews that I do are actually very unique builds. I don't like doing cookie cutter builds. I don't like that stuff. That's why you don't really see me doing a lot of that stuff. Now, I'm not saying that everybody's build is cookie cutter. Absolutely not. There are some really cool builds. There's some really cool cars out there that I like to review. For example, when I did John's 392 Daytona, not only did I do that because I loved the Daytona and I loved the 392 Chargers, but I also did that because John gave me that opportunity. When I used to work for Dodge, I can't just go out, grab a car, and review it. It just didn't work that way. So this was a perfect opportunity for me to kind of dish out my opinion, because this channel right here is mostly tuner focused and not really domestic car focused. And I kind of want to give my domestic subscribers some love. So I did that through the Daytona review, and that video took off, and I loved it. If you're here to see crazy builds, like if you're here to see me buy cars and fix them up and do engine swaps and that sort of thing, you can look forward to that. But right now it's just not possible. As in like this year and next year, maybe even the year after that. It's just not possible. Where I live currently, there's no indoor garage. Okay. Even though I have the privilege of using a hoist, it's just, again, it's just not feasible for me, because it's an engine swap and you know, building a car correctly, it just takes a lot of work, and right now it's just not financially possible, and it's just not, you know, physically possible. I just can't do it right now. So what can you expect from me is the question. Well, this is where we start going into what's happening with the Honda, what's happening with the channel. Okay, so number one, let me go over the Honda really quick. So the Civic Si, or Clementine, as most of you guys know it on the channel, Clementine is almost done. Okay, for those of you who are asking or wondering what else is going to happen to the Civic, there's not much else that I can do. I'm not doing anything performance related, again, because of warranty reasons and because the car is a street car. I like to keep it a nice, reliable street car. I'm an OEM plus kind of guy, so I don't really want to touch what Honda already engineered to be good. So what can you guys look forward to with that being said? So basically, you guys can look forward to me putting the front HFP lips on. That's not going to happen right now, but it's going to happen at somewhat of a later date. I'm putting big brakes on the car. 4-pot pistons in the front, Wilwoods, stainless steel brake lines, and that's pretty much it. Simply because the brake fade on that car is terrible, and I kind of wanted to switch up fluids and switch up the brake setup. Okay, another thing you guys can look forward to is chassis braces in the back and a strut bar in the back. Another thing, so with that being said, that's the Honda over and done with. So again, Clementine is almost finished. Okay, and now, so that brings up the question, well, if Clementine's almost finished, then what can we expect after she's finished? Well, I'm gonna get to that. I was planning to have another build on the channel. Okay, this is gonna be a daily / street build on the channel. Okay, that'll be in the form of an Audi S4. This is a B5 S4, 2.7 liter, twin turbo, all-wheel drive. Fun car. I wanted to kind of get into more performance-oriented things, mostly because there's not a lot of things I can do with the Honda, and with the amount of money that I want to spend on the Honda to make it fast, I could just buy something else that is already fast and that's easily capable of doing more than enough power than I want. The Audi S4, with a couple bolt-ons and a tune, can reach 300 horsepower without much of a problem. And that, for me, in my opinion, is more than enough. And besides, who the heck wouldn't have a badass sedan, 6-speed, twin turbos, that is all-wheel drive? I mean, that's a sleeper car, man. Like, people sleep on these Audis. Now, again, I did mention on this channel before that I was never going to buy another German car again. However, with the Passat making a very due exit on the channel, because you guys do not have no interest in it whatsoever, I'm going to bring in something that is the same chassis that I know a lot about, that I'm familiar with, and I'm going to bring it into the channel. And then basically it's going to be like the Passat 2.0, but it's not really. It's, again, it's a happy medium between something I'm already familiar with and something that you guys would be interested in. But at the same time, I kind of want you guys' feedback, okay? So a lot of my original plans got derailed because of personal situations and financial situations over time. I wanted to get a JDM car by the end of this year. That's absolutely not happening, especially after September for a certain amount of reasons. Now the S4 is a lot more cheaper and it's more doable because, again, it's a chassis I'm already familiar with, and it's a car that can make a good amount of power without much modifications to it. And basically, I want all of my subscribers that watch this video to leave your feedback down below and what you guys think, because I'm seriously thinking about taking a break from YouTube because I've lost motivation because of the reasons that I listed in the beginning of the video, and I want to sort of take a break. I don't want to be pushing myself to make crappy content once a week when I don't want to, because put yourself in my shoes really quick. If you had a bunch of people subscribe to watch what you put out, but at the same time only a fraction of those people even watch your content, you'd feel pretty unmotivated as well. It's kind of like this. If you were performing on stage, right, whatever talent you may have, if you're a great football player, if you're a great basketball player, whatever, right, and you want to showcase your talent in front of 1,300 people in an auditorium, right, you are sold out because there's only 1,300 seats. You are sold out. You get excited. You're like, yes, let's do this. Like, I'm about to perform. I'm about to put out my best performance. And when you're out there on stage putting out your best performance, only 100 of those 1,300 people show up. Put yourself in that position and imagine how disappointed you'd be. That's how I feel. But I kind of wanted to give you guys an update and keep you guys up to speed on the channel. And again, I apologize if I disappointed anyone in this video, but I have to take charge. I have to take charge. I have to take care of myself. So, with all that being said, leave your comments down below. This has been your boy, God of Maliga. You can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. That's down in the description below. And I'm out. Peace.